Hello, BTS lovers, how are you today? There is hot news for you to present today. Very mature thoughts. Jungkook invests for party for his old age. Fans are made not to blink hearing this confession. Who would have thought that behind the blinding spotlights of the stage lights, behind the thunderous music and cheers of fans from all over the world, Jungkook BTS, the golden magne, the youngest idol to conquer the world, is preparing something that no major media can predict. No one knows. No one suspected. And when finally one sentence came out of his mouth in a quiet interview session, without spotlights, without gimmicks, the entire K-pop industry suddenly became quiet. I'm preparing a party for my old age. This is my investment. No one laughed. No one overreacted. But one world suddenly questioned the meaning of that sentence. Party? For old age? Investment? Not a stock, not a property, not a company, not a perfume business or a luxury restaurant like most idols. But party? It all seemed to freeze at the same time. And since then, the mystery behind that sentence began to spread like a virus. What does Jungkook mean? Why is the party part of the investment? And why did he call it something mature and strategic for his old age? We are talking about a Jungkook who once promised to give his fans the best version of himself, but never mentioned that behind his extraordinary busyness, he is putting together something so personal and surprising. A vision, a world, a scenario about an old day that is not gloomy and quiet, but instead full of light, laughter, and, yes, party. And the most surprising? The party was not for himself, but for the people he loves, including Army.an internal source from Big Hit Entertainment who did not want to be named, said that this project has been running since 2022. It's sit. Without press release, without media spotlight. The concept is simple but crazy. Buy a large private area, far from the city center, which will be the location for a celebration once a year after he enters his 40s. An exclusive semi-resort area that is only invited by selected people, family, friends, BTS members, and this is what makes netizens fixated. Some armies are randomly selected from all over the world. Suddenly social media exploded. Hashtags Jungkook party investment and hashtag golden retirement party immediately became trending on various platforms. Financial analysts raise their eyebrows, fans cry, and haters, as always, smile. But one thing cannot be denied. Jungkook is building something that even goes beyond the celebrity world. It builds memory. Some fanatical fans call this emotional investment. But for Jungkook, this is not just emotional. This is existential. I don't want to be old with loneliness, he said softly in a V-Live broadcast that went viral but was later deleted. I want to be old with laughter, with music, with the people who make me alive. I want to continue celebrating life, even when the world has forgotten me. The quote was scattered like embers in the dry meadow. Army, who is usually used to Jungkook's quiet image, a little closed, even looks mysterious, suddenly feels cut by unexpected tenderness and depth. Even one of the popular commentators on the Coup forum wrote, "We thought he only thought about dance and vocals, but he was thinking about how he would live his old age with the person he loved." Who did that at the age of 27? And let's talk about the party, because this is not an ordinary party. From various design leaks and project plans, it is known that the area that Jungkook bought is equipped with a vintage modern-style building that combines classic European architecture with a contemporary Korean touch. There is a mini concert area with a world-class acoustic sound system. There is a secret garden that is said to be designed by Jungkook himself, inspired by his childhood memories in Busan. There is an art room, a private music studio, and a meditation room. But the most exciting thing is the presence of the Hall of Army, a small exhibition room filled with memorabilia and letters that have been sent by fans from all over the world. The letter that we thought was just piled up in the agency's warehouse turned out to be stored, read, and appreciated. Every year, I want to invite them. Not because they are my fans, but because they once saved me. Every smile they smile at the concert, every word of support on social media, every letter they send, everything shapes who I am now, said Jungkook in a magazine interview that has not yet been released, but the leaked draft has spread on Korea's Twitter. When this news spread, most of the BTS members gave various reactions. Taehyung is said to have laughed out loud hearing this idea, but then said, "If he invites me, I will definitely come every year." RM actually looks emotional, even mentioned on Weverse that this is the highest form of love that money can't buy. Suga secretly gave a like to the post about this project. Meanwhile, Jimin reportedly shed tears when he heard it for the first time. Jungkook always has a different way of loving the world. We didn't realize it until he said it in his own way. The most surprising thing is how Jungkook prepared this as a form of investment. Because while other idols are busy expanding their businesses, brands, or properties in the world's elite cities, Jungkook actually flows a large amount of funds to projects that do not make money directly. This makes many financial consultants shake their heads. But not a few are starting to realize that maybe this is the true form of wealth. There is a suspicion that Jungkook will also use the area as a refuge for young artists who are burnout or facing industrial pressure. There is one unofficial document that says that a program called Time to Heal will be prepared, a kind of private retreat for anyone who needs time alone. Even some fans theorize that the area will be a kind of refuge for Korean idols who feel destroyed by public expectations. In a podcast hosted by a former editor of a famous fashion magazine, an entertainment journalist stated, "We see history rewritten." Jungkook is not preparing for retirement. He is preparing a small paradise, an emotional legacy that can last longer than his career. And it makes us all embarrassed, because we think he's just an ordinary idol. The public's reaction was divided. Some call this a gimmick. Some consider this a noble act. Some others think Jungkook is preparing a fan cult. But one fact is undeniable. He did this without a camera, without a press release, without a stage. Jungkook didn't tell us to believe. He just does. Army from various countries have even started to speculate who will get the first invitation. Some say the invitation will be given through a random lottery on Weverse. There are also those who say that only people who have sent letters directly to Big Hit will receive it. And the craziest, there is a theory that one special chip will be inserted into the upcoming BTS album photo card, which when scanned will lead the owner to a secret message containing an invitation. However, from all the theories and reactions circulating, one thing became clear. The world began to understand that Jungkook never just lived for himself. He lived to love, to give, and, now we know, to celebrate togetherness. He prepared a party not to show his existence, but to prove that life is too valuable to go through alone. And when the age gets older, the voice starts to slow down, and the steps start to slow down. He wants to make sure of one thing. There will always be music, there will always be laughter, there will always be love that is celebrated. Even if the world has forgotten who Jungkook is, and when later, in the twilight of the next 20 years, small lights lit up in his secret garden,